Should I buy a Harley-Davidson project bike? Watch this video. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. So, Harley-Davidson, they've come out with a brand new motorcycle, this RR, this Road Glide. That's the bagger, racing bagger bike that they've just brought out. And it's what? I mean, it's ridiculous. $110,000, $112,000. I mean, 131, I believe, limited run of these are going to be made. It's a production bike, but it's a race bike, basically. Now, the reason why I'm making this video, because it was more than a year ago, it's probably about a year and a half ago, I made a video when I said Harley-Davidson are coming out with a race bike, just like Indian did with their Challenger RR. And I said, you know what, it's coming. I'm not sure when, but it's coming. At the time, I thought it was going to be released for 2024, or that was the early indications. Then when the Road Glide ST came out, you thought, oh, okay, well, maybe that's what they were talking about. But oh no, I was kind of a year and a half in advance of what they're actually planning to do. So now they've brought out their Road Glide CVO RR. Great. But do I want to buy it? Absolutely not. Do I want to buy a Harley-Davidson as a project bike? Well, I'm just about done with this one in here. I'm thinking, yeah, why not? I could easily pick one up for about 3,000 or 4,000, an old sporty or something like that. Yeah, just get it on there and start tinkering away, and I'll have lots of fun with it. The point of this video is to say, look, there are lots of videos out there right now, I'm sure, from your favorite YouTubers talking about this bike, talking about how great it is, and talking about, you know, all because it's a race bike for the road and everything. I get it. But let's just talk bare facts here. It might be a race bike or a bike that is derived from the race bikes on the track, which are great, and they go really fast for what they are. But they're still not race bikes in that their power to weight ratio is absolutely terrible. Now, I think these come in, let's say a CVO Road Glide probably comes in the region of about 380, 390 kilos. I think the ST comes in at about 380 something, just over 380. This RR is probably in about the same kind of region. So you're talking about 380, 390 kilos. You've got a sports bike like a, I don't know, like a BMW or a Honda Fireblade or something like that. At most, it's going to come in the region of about 200 kilos, 205 kilos, something like that. So we're talking about 180, 190 kilos less, but probably producing the same power, in fact, probably even more power. I haven't sort of compared the figures. So the power to weight ratio of these is going to be completely different. And also, you'll pay a fraction of the cost of a Harley-Davidson for one of these. Now, okay, granted, they're still going to be really expensive. You're probably going to reach about 25,000, 30,000, depending on what you buy, of course. But the value is on that one in terms of a racing bike for the street, let's say, or even for the track. In fact, some of these 1 litre bikes, they're pretty much like race bikes anyway. The BMW, when they brought that out, the 1000 RR, when they first brought it out, they said pretty much you can just take it from the showroom, take it to the track, and you'll do pretty well. So what's the point of this bike? The point is that very few people are going to buy it. Very few people are ever going to dream of buying this. And yes, it might have lots of race spec items on it. But at the same time, you could get a Road Glide and you could beef these up yourself. You could actually do a lot of this yourself. Now, I'm not saying you produce the same bike, but you're likely to produce a performance bagger that's nearly the same. Now, especially if you're putting your own race parts on it. And you probably do it for a fraction of the price. Is it a good thing that Harley-Davidson are doing something like this? Yeah, I don't have an issue with it. I think it's actually quite a good thing that showcases what they can do. But let's be under no illusion here. When you're comparing race bikes versus race bikes, well, the power to weight ratio on this is absolutely terrible. Is it going to be a lot of fun? Absolutely. I'm sure it'd be a hoot to ride it. But it's not a racing bike in the traditional sense. Now, of course, in the class that it's at, in the performance baggers, in the king of the baggers, yeah, it's going to be great. But in terms of overall racing, No. And I don't want to pour water on the fire here as well, but if you want to do any kind of mileage on these and you start, opening up the throttle, your tyres are going to get shredded within a few miles. Literally, they only last about 10, 12 laps, these things, on a good day. So that's a race bike. So here, yeah, you're probably, they're going to last a little bit longer, but let's face it, if you're going to get one of these bikes, if you can afford it and you're going to use it, the chances are your tyres are going to be shredded within a few miles as well. So, I think it's a great thing. But if I'm going to buy a Harley-Davidson, even as a project bike or as a new one, I'm definitely not going to go anywhere there. 99.9% of people who ride Harley-Davidsons are never, ever going to go anywhere near this bike or even want to go anywhere near it. In fact, most Harley-Davidson riders these days are kind of questioning, well, would I even spend any of this? Now, where the company is in a bit of trouble, let's say, they haven't been making great sales, I'm not sure whether this is the right thing to do, to bring out this kind of bike to whet the appetite. What does it do? Does it kind of go to the everyday Harley-Davidson rider, say, oh yeah, I want to go and buy a Harley-Davidson now? Or does it kind of push them further away to say, look, now you've come out with a $110,000 bike and none of us can afford the ones that you've already selling, let alone this. Now, granted, okay, let's step back. It's just a production bike that's got a very limited run. It's only going to appeal to a very small clientele. For what it is, great positives. It is showcasing what Harley-Davidson can do and bringing that race pedigree onto the road. But at that price, really at that price, are we really talking that is a $110,000 motorcycle? I just don't see it. Where other manufacturers can produce race-ready bikes for the road for $20,000, $25,000, pounds, shekels, whatever it is. And let's face it, you can go and get a used Harley-Davidson, and really quite an older one, let's say, put performance parts on it and you'll have a whale of a time. I'm not saying it's going to compare to this, but it's going to be more than enough for you to have lots of fun on. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do I want to buy a Harley-Davidson as a project bike? Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a long time, actually. A nice little V-twin, possibly a Dyna, twin cam, not sure, Evo, something like that. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but it would definitely be an older bike, something that I would get for £2,000 or £3,000, dollars, shekels, whatever it is, something that nobody really wants, stick it in the workshop and that'll be a project for another couple of years, I'm sure, the way I seem to be going these days. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below about, well, buying older bikes, buying old Harley-Davidsons to do up, and also this brand new bike. What do you think of it? I mean, it's great. On one hand, it's great, but on the other hand, for me, it's a complete waste of time when you're supposed to be drawing in customers to buy the bikes that you sell, that people would normally buy, and they're not buying them, and I'm not sure this is the bike to do it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, just keep on watching the videos, and I will catch you again. Another video coming very soon. Bye now. Oh, by the way, don't forget the books that you can get from the website. Click on the link below. Go to the website, RevelatorAlf.com/books for all the motorcycle books that are on offer there. Right, that's it. Catch you on the next video. Ta-ra.